So yesterday we discussed about student loan, Nigeria student loan, a new thing that was initiated by the Nigeria government. And for those of you who are in diaspora, of course, you may definitely know what student loan is about. And Nigerians who are just hearing it for the first time, of course, may definitely be reading about it now, being the fact that, okay, parents want their kids to take that student loan, or students are looking for that kind of loan. In fact, about two persons contacted me yesterday and told me, Adamslink, how do we get this loan? Well, I don't know how you can get the loan. Tinubu just signed it into law. Well, apart from that, that being said, okay, I know a lot of confidence. You don't trust the government. A lot of confidence has been lost. I'm not making this video to try to clarify things. I'm not making this video to tell you to have confidence on this on this new administration. It's not my place to tell you to have confidence. It's not my place. I'm not being paid to do that, and I do not care if you have confidence on the recent government or not. It's not my place, not my business. But my business is say things exactly the way they are. Say things exactly the way they are, and also give my own 2 cents. Like, say exactly what I'm feeling about it. It might be wrong. I might be making the wrong mistake, but that is me following my heart. So exactly what I feel, that's exactly what I'm going to say to you guys. So I'm remaking this video just to clarify some issues concerning the student loan, on how I understand it, and also people are saying it's going to lead to government officials using it to do fraud again. And fraud is exactly what happened during Buhari regime about this empowerment money and all the rest. Okay, okay. We're going to address that, but also we're still going to look at the Happy Boys scenario as well, and other stuff we're going to discuss in this video. But first, let us discuss about the student loan. It's really important, and I know a lot of boys who want to take that loan, a lot of people who are already looking for a way to take that loan. I don't know if government will set out some particular fund, and you can access it through the bank. I don't know if that is how they're going to do it, or there's a particular government office that you're going to go and access it. If they make it a government office, that loan will not get to students, because anything not contracted to private firms out there will never work. If it's bringing out government officials to do it, government officials will use opportunity to start sleeping with students, to start extorting students. Please, if the government is serious, they shouldn't put it on, they shouldn't open an office, a government office, that, okay, you can take loan. Let them do it through the bank. They might be paying the bank, but let them do it through banks. Then I think that is a little bit safer. But if they do it through a government particular office, no. It's like you are empowering that office. That office will do whatever. It's just with what we have learned from history, whatever government put its hand will never work. Never. It will never work. It's hard before you see it working. That aside, about it being used for fraud, let's be completely honest. Even the C90 era, didn't Yahoo boys find a way to con money out of people? Even in USA, some schemes about borrowing, housing loans, and all those things. And Yahoo boys not find a way to scam people of their money with different IDs and the rest. But does it mean that that particular thing is bad? It shouldn't be implemented for the betterment of the citizen? No, it should be. People will definitely find a way to make money from the process. But let us pray that they also get caught as well and they pay for it dearly. That's just how the system is. Someone will find a way to con a particular thing. That's just how it is. And when it comes to empowerment, empowerment was trickish. Empowerment during Buhari's time was very, very tricky. We saw many empowerment, giving money to the poor. It wasn't it wasn't based on regulations. There weren't a particular server or something that you can enroll. All those names were just they just come up with names and start saying all those people are the poor. But this is a loan. A loan is different from empowerment. A loan is something you pay back. So if you say 20 million Nigerians took loan at so time in the next 8 years, 20 million Nigerians should be able to pay back loans. If many of them don't pay back, then they will try looking at the loophole. And also, when it comes to, okay, what of if there is no job? What of after 2 years after NYSC, there is no job? How do you pay back? If you are not working, how do you pay back? Well, I don't know that yet. But I believe the best implementation on that is that if you don't have a job, if you don't have anything doing, that means a job. You do not have nothing doing. Don't You can be a bricklayer, you also have a job, or you can still pay from that if you do not know now. As long as you have something to eat, you have see one or two places to work. But if you are talking about a real office job, if you don't have it, then I do not think you are that 2 years after NYSC you should apply on your behalf. You shouldn't apply until you have a job. And the thing has already been established, and I also think is a good step to the right direction. Although we might not get it right now. Firstly, the political will to start it. That is what I'm happy about. At least we have started it. We can build from this. There will be a lot of loopholes. There will be a lot of criminality. There will be a lot of fraud, but we will build on it. That doesn't mean the implementation, the law is not good for you and I. It's good for you and I. So they can start building from there through the wrongs, the loophole, and what favors us and what doesn't favor us. We start agitating, then we change it, and they will put the thing that is more suitable for us and all the rest. In the United States of America now, they are talking about, I think, forgiveness of student loan of billions. Sometimes you see the American government say, okay, we are forgiving student loan worth $20 billion, all those kind of stuff. Because over there, they will say, how can the USA be funding other countries, giving them billions, and meanwhile their own citizens are owing billions in loans for studies? So it doesn't really make sense. When we are having such things, then we can agitate, and then it will be changed. So as of now, make use of this opportunity. Make use of it. That's just my advice, though. That doesn't make it that the implementation is good, really good. A lot of people will criticize it. That's how it is, democracy. You can criticize if you want to criticize it. uh, then let's talk about the Happy Boys. I spoke about these guys yesterday. I know this morning I posted about that video this morning. You know, there's this say, people are already behind them and kind of like supporting them, and they're about to spoil that support. Despite their supporting you, that doesn't mean you are actually right. And again, I've said this before. Anybody who's going to Cyprus to also, that person is just wasting a goddamn time. Anybody who say, oh, I want to carry my bag and go to Cyprus to find better life for myself, honestly speaking, you are wasting your time. You're just going to go there and suffer greatly. This pastor, Apostle Chibuzo, sponsored them. to Cyprus, and something happened. It wasn't really sponsoring them again, and that is how things blew up. Apostle cursed them and said they will never get rich or get rich. They will never. They will always remain poor. And although now he wrote something and said he has forgiven them, Happy Boys now sent out a tweet, a message to all their followers and fans. They said, they said, those making negative comments can never understand what we have seen. You continue to send people on scholarship. Show the world a proof of those that have graduated from this scholarship and are doing well for themselves. Nobody can use our star to ride private jets. Let me repeat that paragraph again. They said nobody can use our star to ride private jet. Why you not using our star pay on our school fees now? Why didn't you use your star to pay your school fees or to get the exposure? You know, there are when people support you, you get sense and not know how to talk because people will just remove that support from you and expect us to remain quiet. Your reasons with your brain and stop being negative. Where is the Transformer Boy sponsor to Cyprus to? He has returned to Nigeria almost after he almost died here, and his mother went to a prayer house where they told them to return the boy. Things they happen. No. You send people to abroad and abandon them after using them. You now audition for new people to use when the old people have been abandoned for A to Z. Make una the reason all these glinters are not good. All that glinters are not good. Nigeria people should be wise. So I'm coming from the well over the period of years. We have seen many grateful people they have helped. They have actually succeeded. You should take an example. The guy Whiskey wanted to help then gave millions, established. The guy left school and was calling out Whiskey. That is a whole different issue too, but it's similar. This pastor, for me, did everything entirely wrong. For me, I'm still going to blame the pastor. What you know you cannot start, do not, what you know you cannot finish, do not start it. This is something about public assistance. You want people to know about you assisting people. There are billionaires who are helping graduates who under them more than 200 Nigerians have graduated through them, and you never hear their name. There are billionaires, millionaires, they have sponsored thousands of students to school, but you will never hear their names because they don't do it for publicity. When you come outside, send out tweets and all those things, I blame you for it. All those ones, they have their own foundation. You don't even know they own that foundation, but they are the ones sponsoring that foundation. And those for the foundation are sending people to school abroad to learn real nice courses. We'll never hear their name. So sorry, guys. I don't blame the guys. I don't blame Happy Boy. Anybody is doing for publicity by helping someone, that is who I blame, whatever the end game might be. So me, the pastor is wrong, the apostle is wrong. I will continue to blame the apostle. Whatever the happy boys have to say, let them say it. If you want to help people, there's a way to help people without being public about it. Stop all those bullshit, and people will start saying, "Oh, they've ungratefulness." Stop all those healthy ungratefulness. If you want to help, you help. You mustn't be public about it. You mustn't be public about it. Forget all those things. They swear they make yourself a celebrity instead of you to be a pastor. Well, since we discussed about student loan that slightly about politics, I also want to play the video. The recent acts of uh, Rep Abba, that's his name. Well, it was recently at his inauguration ceremony. You know, the video is quite trendy. At his inauguration ceremony, the speaker was being inaugurated, the second wife was there. Then, if you watch the video very well, the first wife immediately pushed the second wife away. Came there to push the second wife away for, you know, for being the front, to for being her face showing, like being the he pushed her away. Well, that is drama. But if you check it, they say give respect to who respect is due. The first wife is supposed to be there, not the second wife. You know, if you marry someone with if someone with many wives, I don't know how it works. So I don't know how it works. Honestly, I wouldn't want to. Okay, let me not give any comment on that because I don't know how it works. For people who are married so many wives, good luck. I hope you keep doing the right thing and not committing sins. So, thank you guys so much, boy. Adam's link. Have a wonderful day. Stay blessed.